Good afternoon, guys, and happy Sunday to all of your sunshiny faces. Oh my goodness, guys, my feet are aching me. Oh my, I've been up on my feet all day today, guys. I ended up going to the grocery store this morning at like 7 o'clock. No, like 8 o'clock, I think I woke up. And we ended up leaving, I think, like 8:30 or something like that. We went to the grocery stores. We went to 5 stores today. We went to Valley Produce, which is where I got the turkey. I had to buy most of the stuff there. And we went to Caputo's, and we only picked up just a few little things here and there that were on sale. Then we ended up having to go to the dollar store. Or no, then I think we went to Menards. We had to get dog food, and water was on sale. Then we ended up having to go to the Dollar Tree because we had to get like the foil tins and stuff like that for roasting, for making like most of the stuff that we were bringing to for Thanksgiving on Saturday, because we're celebrating it on Saturday with our family, and then just like us here on actually Thanksgiving on Thursday. In order to reduce dishes though, we ended up, and we've done this, I think, at least for the past couple of years, getting everything like foil tins so that we can either pre-make the stuff and store it easier, kind of, and also too so that we don't have to, we won't have as many dishes that we have to wash, because we will still have a bunch of dishes that we have to wash, but at least this way we don't have all the serving trays and things like that. So making it a little bit easier. So we ran to the Dollar Tree, we got all of those. Then we ended up going to Aldi and finished off everything. I had a complete brain fart, guys, and forgot. I was thinking about making the pies, because my mom has to make these pies for Thanksgiving on Saturday, right, for the party. And so my mom was, you know, talking, and I'm trying to figure out how many pie crusts I need, because she's making like this different kind of pie, right? But I'm thinking at Aldi how many of the pie like crust thingies that I'm gonna need. So I'm trying to figure that out, and I'm like, okay, well, she's making like this thing where it's like 4 pies in one, kind of, but she's like, we'll need like 2 for the bottom and then 2 for the top. So I'm like trying to figure out, I'm like, okay, so it's like making 2 pies, but she's making 4. So I'm like trying to figure all this out. Plus 2, I'm making the vegetarian pot pie, and then 2 for freezer dinners. I was making 2 chicken pot pies. So, and then I needed 1 for today, because I ended up making it to test the recipe out, and then another one for on Saturday when I actually make it to bring it, right? So I'm trying to figure out all this stuff out. I must have had a complete brain fart, like I said, and forgot to actually put the pie filling down on my list. So I forgot that, and then I also forgot to put Cool Whip and whipped cream on my list, and I think there's one other thing. Oh, frozen corn too, I forgot to put on my list. So yeah, there's a couple things I forgot, and we'll have to run back out. And I feel like I do this every single year, where I'm like, oh yeah, like, you know, just one quick, you know, not quick, but, you know, just take the time that I need to today and get all of the grocery shopping done, and then be done with it. Not have to worry about anything closer to Thursday or anything, just like, because there's barely anybody out at the grocery stores because we were so early, right? So I'm like, okay, we don't have to worry about anything else, and we'll come home. And all of a sudden we get at the end of Aldi, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot pie filling, and we were already bagging the stuff. My dad's like, you want to run back? And I was like, well, I need 8 in total, because I needed 2 of each different pie fillings, and we're doing those 4-in-1 pie kind of thing, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna need, you know, 8 in total. I was like, I don't know if I can carry it all over there. My dad's like, well, why don't we just come back? And I'm happy that we decided that we're actually going to go back to the grocery store, because then again, I forgot the Cool Whip, I forgot the corn, and I forgot the whipped cream. So luckily I went over my list one more time, which I did like 12 times last night, but I think it was because I was so tired last night, and on top of that too, just thinking so much about the pie and what I needed for the pie, and then also trying to figure out too how many different of the tins and things like that that I needed. So yeah, I was just, it was, I think my brain was on overload last night, and I was really tired too, so I guess I just forgot. So we will have to go back out and pick those just couple things up, but like I said, I guess it's good, because I was able to go over it again and make sure I didn't forget anything else, and I did forget a couple of things. So, you know, I think we'll go back out and get those tomorrow, or my dad might be able to stop at his way home from work, which would also kind of work out well, I guess. because I feel like during the day is when all of the people that are home from work go out grocery shopping, and then like later in the afternoon when everybody gets home from work that does work is when they go grocery shopping. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that'd be probably a good time. We've noticed, obviously, we go first thing in the morning on like Sunday or Saturday, and there's like nobody at the grocery stores, because like Valley Produce and Caputo's, you go on a weekday or weekend and it is so stinking busy. Like if it is like 10 o'clock or later, it is so busy there. They'll have like 8 lanes open and there'll be like 4 people in each lane probably. So there's like always, it always seems like there's more people to at checkout than there is in the actual grocery store, which I never know how it works out. But like I told you guys, I went and did all that. Then I watched the Bears game and kind of just chilled for most of the day. And then about 5-6 o'clock, I decided to make my freezer dinners, because I needed to put all of the chicken that I bought, because chicken was kind of on sale at Valley Produce, and because I was getting the turkey there, which was 39 cents a pound, really great price, but you had to spend $25. So I was like, okay, well, I'll get like $10 or so worth of chicken breast, and I'll make some freezer dinners with it. So I ended up making 8 freezer dinners in total, plus we got the turkey that we needed for Thursday, so it all worked out in the end. But the freezer dinners that I was doing for this week is all going to be in the oven freezer dinners. So they're all ones that, like I said, it's not going straight into the crock pot, it's going into the oven. So with those, I'm pre-making or pre-cooking all the chicken breast. So I put it all into the slow cooker, like again about 10, I think maybe 11 pounds of chicken breast. I cooked in the slow cooker all day on high. Well, not all day, I think it was like maybe about 5 or 6 hours or something like that. But if you cook it in water and you cook it for like several hours on high, it's the easiest to shred. You literally could like just press on it, it falls all apart. So it's, I honestly, guys, I've done it that way for quite some time and doing it, and like I just find that works the best. Freezer dinners that I made, guys, which I put this up here so that I could see. Honestly, I don't remember what was hanging here. Something was, maybe a picture or something. But I wrote down on here everything that I needed, because I didn't want to leave it on the table because I didn't have enough room and I was scared it was going to get wet. So I ended up hanging it up there. But I made 2 chicken broccoli and rice casseroles and 2 chicken pot pies that are actually both in the freezer in here, just because I didn't want to go back out in the dark and try and trip over everything. So like I said, these are 2 chicken pot pies, and then underneath there, this is a chicken broccoli rice casserole. And again, that's all stuff that's going to go in the freezer outside, or eventually, but it's going to go in the oven to bake it. And then the other 2 that I ended up making was like 2 Alfredo broccoli chicken, like macaroni, kind of like mac, I guess. I just used macaroni because they really didn't have anything else at all other than rotini, and I don't know, I just decided to do macaroni for that because I had the 2-pound bag, so I was making 2 boxes, so I just had to buy 1 box. Anyway, I did that, and then I also did the chicken penny pasta bake also, which was like a red sauce kind of one, and then the other one was white sauce. So those were the 2, and like I said, I just did chicken breast and then just shredded it and added it in with the chicken, so it's kind of more filling. Anyways, guys, these puppies are like hot messes. So yeah, that's what I did, and like I said, pre-cooked all those what's it called, the chicken and everything. And these are kind of my own recipe, because they were like hybrid recipes kind of that I found and stuff like that. So I kind of tweaked everything and kind of turned it into the way like that I thought would work best, or like the way I think would taste better or whatever. So like some of them are like hybrid recipes of like a couple different recipes, or ones that I've just made for a really long time and figured out how they worked and tried to turn them into freezer dinners. So that is what I did for this week, and I'm going to see how these all turn out. And if they do turn out well, I'm planning on eventually sharing them on my blog at some point. Guys, because I have to get a couple other things done before I go back to the blog and everything. But yeah, that's one of them. And then 2, guys, I made our Thanksgiving master list as well, which is in the back, and that's everything that we're making and blah blah blah, and it's like 2 pages long because I'm super organized. So that's my thought, is like that's what I was trying to do yesterday to get everything organized. But oh goodness guys, I have had such a crazy busy day today. Like I said, I had like a big break in the middle of my day where I wasn't doing anything while I was waiting for the chicken to cook, and then I made the pie for dinner, the vegetarian like chicken pot pie kind of with no chicken, and I made that for dinner tonight, which was really good, guys. And then I did 2 loads of dishes today too, because I want to try and get caught up, because I like did a lot of dirtying dishes today because I had to like make pasta and I had to pre-cook the chicken breast, so I like dirtied a bunch of stuff. So I did 2 loads of dishes today, and then on top of that too, I also did cut up bell peppers too for this week, which I already got in the freezer, which our fridge too, or I'm sorry, in the fridge, our refrigerator was super packed too because of all the stuff that we bought, which guys, I had to buy 8 stinking things of what's it called? 8 things of pre-made the pie crust stuff, which we could make, but it's just easier to do that way. I already made the salad for this week, and then also I cut up bell peppers. That's the turkey, Thomas the turkey, that's in there. But honestly, guys, if this was our old fridge, none of this stuff would be fitting in here. Like, I am like, oh my gosh, we have enough room like to have a turkey in here and have enough room for all of our groceries. And I was like, okay, well, because there was chicken in here, and like, I mean, everything just barely fits. But I was like, let's get the chicken out of here. I'll cook that today. I'll make the salad. You know, I'll do all this stuff. So tomorrow I'm going to cut up all the fruit. I've got like, I think a couple oranges. And I've got watermelon from last week. I've got honeydew melon, cantaloupe, pineapple. I need to cut all that stuff up so that we can have that for breakfast, for snacks. I guess if anybody wants to make smoothies, which nobody else does. I don't think anybody likes smoothies, really, except for me, and I don't even really like them. But my mom and like everybody else loves to snack on fruits. So since we have all these melons and the pineapple, I decided I was going to cut that up, but then it got kind of too late, and I'm tired now. And I need to get to bed because, oh goodness, guys, I was up so early, and I have been on my feet for like the last 6 probably hours. Almost 7 hours straight. And yeah, so I gotta get to bed and go take a shower because I'm tired. And we got a bunch of other stuff we gotta get done. We're gonna try and pre-make a lot of stuff for Thanksgiving too, so we're not trying to cram everything all in the oven in one day. Honestly, guys, have you guys seen, I think it's the Maytag commercial of the lady who's trying to put like all the pans and like the like casserole dishes and stuff like that like in her oven. And I was like, that is so me. She's like stacking them like on top of each other in the oven, and it cracked me up to no end because I was like, that's so what I do, especially when it comes to cookies, because if I'm doing cookies or like anything on cookie sheets, our cookie sheets are too wide that they don't fit in the oven, so they kind of overlap like on the like the crease, like the edge of the cookie sheet like sits on top of the other one. So I was like, that's so me, especially for cookies. But honestly, that is like a typical like Thanksgiving or holiday in our house because we don't have enough room in our oven. So we have to pre-make a lot of stuff and then just kind of like warm things up as we go. We're like, okay, well, we can throw this in at the same time as that. And the turkey too takes up the entire oven, so we have no more room, you know, at all anymore. So we can leave things like on the bottom, the broiler, and leave it down there so it can stay warm if there is some of that stuff or whatever. But trying to get everything to stay warm and be warm all at the same time too is so difficult. So I do have a kind of a slight plan for this year. We do have like a hot pack thingy and like a like thing, like a travel kind of thing. So I'm thinking about maybe keeping like 2 or 3 things, not 2, probably 2 only will fit in there if they're smaller, and like keep them in there so that they stay warm. So we have some ideas, but it's gonna be so difficult to try and, like I said, get all this stuff so we can eat all at the same time. But yeah, that's Thursday. We got several more days before then, but I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.